Audrey, you were moving nice. Dun, dun, You wouldn't take the doc advice. Dun, 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 dun. You know I'm suffering with the flu. The doctor tell you what you have to do. And now you're telling me you don't agree. What the doctor tell you to give me the thing with the doctor order me, give me the thing. I'm now known as Soca Elvis. Back in the 90s, people would know me as Michael Zoom Saloon. But Soca Elvis was created actually at Lord Kitchener's funeral. I was approached by Claude Martino of Spectacular Promotions. And he said, so what are you doing these days, boy, Zoom? And I tell him, boy, I have an idea, boy. I have an idea. There was a Soca Michael Jackson at the time, in the late 90s into the early 2000s. And I said, you know, if Soca Michael Jackson could mash up, there's nobody else to be Soca Elvis. And I created that Soca Elvis persona. I got that idea and that inspiration right there at Lord Kitchener's funeral at the cathedral downtown, you know, at the Anglican Cathedral. And that's when Soca Elvis was born. So Lord Kitchener never knew Soca Elvis because he already passed. And that same year that I created that image. But he knew Michael Zoom Saloon as a band performer. And he knew my brother well too. So one of my early memories of the Lord Kitchener, you know, with all respect, I know him as Lord Kitchener because I grew up on Cornelius Street, Woodbrook in the 1970s. And as a little boy growing up, one of my memories, I think like every little youth at the time, we all know the song Shigga Boom Boom. You know, so that was the song for me, you know, Shigga Boom Boom by Lord Kitchener, you know, growing up. You know, we do a little dance and we singing Shigga Boom Boom. And yeah, so that was it basically, you know. When I got a little older, I started going to like the panoramas, like, you know, Panorama Festival in the Savannah, like into the 80s, and everything would be, for me, everybody would be talking. All the older folks, you know, I was still a young fella back then. All the older folks would talk about how creative the Lord Kitchener is, you know, with songs like Bee's Melody and different, you know, how he just didn't write party songs. He wrote songs that were created for the steel band. So I started taking notice because, I mean, at that time, I wasn't really interested in singing calypso at that time. You know, like every youth growing up, you know, you had the Jamaican influence and the American influence, the pop. So when I got started in music, I really was singing like rock music from the 70s and 80s, and reggae music, you know, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Third World, Steel Pulse, that kind of thing. Yet, you know, at Carnival time, I would take notice of how creative Lord Kitchener was, because going to Panorama and hearing the songs play, you know, the steel pan sides play his music, it started kind of sinking in and soaking in. My big brother is Anthony Mastertone Saloon. He started getting influenced by Lord Kitchener, and he actually asked to join the Calypso Review tent. And he was taken in under the wings of Lord Kitchener. And he had a big song at the time called O Teresa. I think this would be like in the early 90s. In terms of the fete, singing in the fetes, I never really came across the Lord Kitchener, but going to the competitions like at Skinner Park, you know, the semi-final, Calypso semi-finals, I would meet him there. He would go and support his artists like, you know, like Shigalos and Dennis Plummer and Crazy and my brother Anthony. So for many years I would go to the Calypso tent and go there, and he knew I was an up and coming Calypsonian, you know, at the time. So he would always meet me, shake my hand, and we would talk, and he would always say, you know, you should come and, you know, you should come and do like a big brother and join the tent, join the Calypso tent. But at that time, I wasn't ready to be in a Calypso tent because I was part of many major soca bands at the time. Audrey, you were moving nice. Dun, dun, You wouldn't take the doc advice. Dun, 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 dun. You know I'm suffering with the flu. The doctor tell you what you have to do. And now you're telling me you don't agree. What the doctor tell you to give me the thing with the doctor order me, give me the thing.